Hi, I'm Tiffany Domina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out the free resources. I have an entrepreneur support group as well as free e-courses and blog post templates and various things to help you grow a business from idea to full-time income and from full-time income to enterprise. So definitely stop by and check out the free resources. So today I want to talk to you about the 8 fastest ways to make money online. And I've been asked the question, what are the fastest ways to make money online various times? So today I want to give you my best answers. So if you've ever asked what is the fastest way to make money online, then this video is for you. I've been asked this question many times. And it's likely if you're concerned about the fastest way to make money online, you may be in financial distress. You might have a lot of responsibilities and deadlines that are piling up, and you don't have time to wait around on experiments and possibilities. So some of us don't have the luxury of starting a business while we're doing a job we love, or having a loved one take responsibility of our bills while we grow our businesses. In fact, over the last 20 months since I started coaching affiliates, I've seen several people who want to start a business while they're in financial distress. They might be fired from a job, they might have inconsistent pay, they might be living on government assistance, they might have a spouse that hoards all the money, they might have lots of debt, or they're disabled, or for some other reason, they're just getting by or not making enough income to make ends meet. And it's sad to say that not a week doesn't go by where I don't meet a person who wants to speed up the process of making money online because they're experiencing hardship of some sort. And the unfortunate tragedy is that many people misuse the desperation of others. They're either so money hungry or so inconsiderate that rather than being honest and turning them away, they present them with an offer that is unlikely to solve their problem. Then they leave them worse off financially than they were. And you might be able to relate. Maybe you've experienced financial distress. I know I have. And what I don't want to happen to you is for you to watch YouTube videos, search in Google, and land on a page that tells you you can make quick money, but you have to buy whatever it is they're selling. And then you extend hope and trust to someone only to be disappointed. I've personally been there. I've been the person who was trusting course creators and people online who would say something and speak to my desperate situation, then they would disappoint. And it hurts when you invest your time and your last few dollars only to realize it's hogwash. And I use that term for lack of a better term. Like I said, I've been in your shoes. I remember thinking, I hope this works, and going for it. And I guess you can say either I was gullible or I was hard-headed in that way. And I wanted what I wanted very bad, so I can't knock you if you decide to experiment a little. I just want you to be careful and possibly hold off on too much experimentation until you're able to expect some consistent income. Experimental spending is almost like gambling, and there's so much risk involved. The chances of it not working are far more than the chances it will, especially if you don't follow a proven program or a proven mentor. Because there's lots of scams out there that are vying for your last few dollars. Plus, if you're desperate, you're less likely to do your due diligence because you're probably tired, vulnerable, and in need of a quick turnaround, or at least that's what you think. So the reality of starting a business, whether online or offline, is that there's always overhead that's required. While starting a business online has its perks that set it apart from offline business, and one of the perks of starting a business online is that there's fairly low overhead with some business models, but there's still tools that you need. There will be overhead. In business, you have to start by investing before you can get anything back. Even for the cheapest business startups, you have to buy some supplies and equipment, whether you're talking about online or offline. And so I want to give you a low-cost offline business example. So, for example, a lawn care service can be a fairly low-cost startup if you start with the bare bones. But at the least, you need lawn care tools, you need a notepad or business cards to give people, and you need transportation. So, do you kind of see what I mean? The very basic business startup is likely to cost you about $300. And the $300 isn't considering how you'll have to have the transportation ongoing and how you'll have to have gas to fill up your machines. And it's also not considering how much it will cost you to acquire a customer. If you hand out 50 business cards before one person decides to hire you, then it's cost you something for that one customer. And most people don't consider customer acquisition costs. So let's go even cheaper and say you wrote down your information on a notepad 50 times before someone decided to hire you. In that case, you spent lots more time, but your expenses may have went down a bit. But still, 50 sheets of paper cost you something. And with that said, even the cheapest offline business startups will have some marketing or customer acquisition costs, supplies and equipment, and possibly transportation, even if you decide to take the bus. So many people will argue that more expenses would be needed, and I'd agree. In order to run a business comfortably, you're going to want more supplies and equipment than what I've mentioned here. But I'm trying to keep things simple. So I've cut it down to a $300 lawn care startup, just as a very simple example. And some other costs that usually are unplanned for a business of this sort are like food and drinks, because you'll be on the go trying to get your customers, trying to take care of your customers. So you'll have to have food and drinks for on the go. You'll have to incorporate at some point. You'll have to maintain your lawn care tools. You'll have to pay taxes, and there's other things that you'll have to pay for. But to keep things simple, let's stop there. Now, the same situation happens online. For the very basic business startup, you can start with a free website, a free theme, and lots of work ethic. And then you have to have some patience to get the rankings and the traffic rolling in. So you can start for free, but if you do, it takes a bit more time to get things working, because you won't have many people to consult with because consulting costs. You won't have much tech support because tech support costs. And you may have to bump your head quite a bit because you're trying to start for free, so you don't want to pay for any tools and you don't want to pay for any people to help you. So I really wouldn't recommend starting 100% for free, and especially if you want to make returns quickly, starting for free is going to take you more time. So my recommended at the lowest cost business startup for online is that you at least invest in education and basic premium tools like hosting, market research tools, and consulting. And Wealthy Affiliate is truly the lowest cost and highest value method of starting an online business, in my opinion. And that's why I refer mostly everyone there. So you can start an online business for $359 for the year, and you'll have your hosting, you'll have your tools, you'll have your education and your consulting all for that price. And that's even cheaper than a landscaping business. So we talked about the landscaping business where you have your lawn care tools and your business cards, and that won't last you for a full year. We quoted that at $300, and then it'll be argued that there's more expenses needed for that, which I would agree, like ongoing gas and other things. But $359 is what you can start a business online with at Wealthy Affiliate, and that will last you for 1 year. So that's really low cost point of entry. But still, there's some people that don't have $359 to spare, and this may be you. So maybe your financial situation doesn't allow you to wait 6 months or more for returns from your business. And maybe you need an income as fast as possible. And so this article is for you. So let me talk to you like family for a second. And when I say talk to you like family, I have very close relationships with my family. I truly want the best for them, and I sincerely want the best for you. And no, I may not know who you are. Maybe we haven't met before, but it doesn't change my passion for your success as an entrepreneur. I truly believe you can help improve our world, so I don't want you wasting any unnecessary time or money that could take away from that. With that said, I'm going to offer you the same advice that I would want my kids to read. And I have 2 kids that I love with all my heart. And this advice in this post is exactly what I say to them if they were in your shoes. So this advice isn't about what pays best or what even pays at all. Instead, this is about how to help you get out of distress into a better scenario. So first, I want to tell you that there's some online business model myths that I want you to avoid. So it's very common to see some myths from various sellers online, and I actually was going to include all of those myths into this post, but then it ended up being a whole 2,000 words by itself, so I decided to separate this from that and instead just link to that post so that you can go and check that out. But these myths can send you down lots of rabbit holes in search for a shiny object or a loophole. And I talked about these 5 myths in a separate blog post that I have at How to Entrepreneur, and I want you to check that blog post out. And the reason is because many people are, like I said, looking for people in desperate situations because they know they don't have to do a lot of sales. All they have to do is say a few things like they can get money quickly and it'll help them get out of their financial distress. And most of the time, if you're desperate, you don't do much investigation and you'll buy. So many people are targeting people in desperate situations, and there's some common myths that they pass on to you, and I really want you to be watchful for them. So definitely stop by and check out the post that I wrote with these 5 myths. And I'll probably be shooting a video if I have enough time before my kids are out of school today. If I have enough time to record the video, then I'll go ahead and record a video with these 5 myths. But in the meantime, I want to talk to you about my list of the 8 fastest ways for you to make money online. And now, number 1 is online jobs. Now, you might be looking for an online business opportunity because you want to own your own schedule and have freedom and all of these things. But the truth be told, if you're in financial distress, a job may be your best option. When I was homeschooling my son, I would interact with quite a few parents who had online jobs. They weren't starting their own businesses or anything. Instead, they were being paid hourly or by a salary, and their job didn't require upfront investment aside from maybe buying a computer, but the process to get the job was very similar to getting an offline job. So lots of companies are moving into the model where they want to hire virtual workers because it saves them from needing office space, it saves them from buying more desks and equipment. They can benefit people in different living situations, and they can still get the job done. So the virtual jobs can be difficult to find on regular job boards from my experience, but if you network around people who are likely to have work like that, like in my case, I was going to homeschool groups and things like that, and a lot of the parents would have virtual jobs. You can also go to different networking groups where maybe there's lots of people who are in the software or tech industry, or where there's lots of people who work online. You can go to networking opportunities and talk to people, and you might find smaller businesses who are mostly virtual and need help. And you can find online job opportunities that aren't necessarily business startups. And the benefit of that is that you won't have to pay anything up front. Instead, you'll have a specific pay schedule. You'll know exactly how much you'll be paid. You'll know how much work you put in before you get a certain amount out. And that predictability you don't typically have with a business. With a business, you're investing, and then you have to find the customers. You have to make sure the customers are satisfied. It's a little bit of a longer rope before you can guarantee an income. So some cool online jobs that I've seen before, and maybe you can enter them into Google Alerts or something like that so that you can be on the lookout for jobs like this. But some options I've seen before are like affiliate marketing manager positions, brand ambassador positions, social media manager positions, customer service representative positions, and even sales jobs. Some of them are commission only, some of them are commission plus salary or various things. And there's other opportunities that you can find that have really cool pay arrangements and also have more schedule flexibility than what's typical. But if you're looking, you can find opportunities out there. And so if you have some high income skills that I've written about in a previous article that you might want to check out, and I also did a previous video on high income skills, and definitely check that out if you haven't already. But if you have some high income skills, then it's much more likely that you'll be able to find online jobs. And if you're in financial distress but you want to work online, I recommend first looking for an online job, because this will give you the exact pay date, the exact pay amount, and the predictability you'll need to stabilize your situation. And if I were you, I'd go to well-known software providers and look on their websites for job applications. You can add a Google alert for online jobs, and you can start reading what's being posted online. You can also look for meetups in your area or live networking events where people are likely to have virtual jobs. So these are my best recommendations for online jobs, and this is my #1 recommendation if you're in financial distress, is to find a job, either a traditional job or an online job. #2 is freelancing. With freelancing, it isn't 100% free to get started. It's a business. So you'll need tools and equipment before you can offer services. But if you have a small budget to invest, you can get started with freelancing. I did freelancing for a while, and it was something I really enjoyed until I had to shift my focus to take care of a sick loved one. Freelancing can make for a lucrative income and add stability, but typically you have to start with high income skills of some sort, whether that be customer service, graphic design, lead generation, paid advertising, or others. And when you start out with these high income skills, you still may need things like graphic design software, video editing software. You might need market research tools or things that require you to pay for tools and equipment. And this is something you should expect with freelancing. For me, I made good money offering social media management, graphic design, keyword research, ghostwriting, But there's lots of opportunity on sites like Upwork.com or Fiverr.com, and you can go to a freelance site like Upwork or Fiverr, create a profile, and create a listing or begin looking through the listings that businesses have posted. Then when you find something that sticks out, you can submit a proposal, or you can look through at Fiverr and you can find gigs that look interesting or things you know you can offer to, and you can add a listing on Fiverr. Now you can also do live networking and offer your services that way. And in our live training at Wealthy Affiliate, they've been doing a series on starting a marketing agency from the ground up. And a lot of the marketing tactics that they've been teaching for starting a local marketing agency has to do with guerrilla tactics that are offline. So it's really neat. And if you're interested in that, you can check out part 1 of the series. I have it linked here. It's only available to premium members at Wealthy Affiliate, but if you decide to join Wealthy Affiliate and you decide to upgrade to premium within the first 7 days of your starter membership, then you can actually upgrade for $19. And you can also get more of my freelancing tips in my article, How to Start a Freelance Business, and that's linked here. Now, this is not for people who are really in financial distress. This is for people that have a little bit more, that they might not be happily making ends meet, but you're making ends meet and you need something to add more cushion. That's when I would recommend something like this. If you are likely to have your bills paid by an alternative income source, then this might be something to look into. If you are unlikely to have your groceries or your mortgage paid or something like that, again, I would say either go to a traditional job or check out the online job opportunities, because you really need that predictability. And businesses, whether freelancing or otherwise, typically won't offer that. So number 3, affiliate marketing. So I started affiliate marketing 20 months ago, and I was able to make over $100 in my first month. But that's not what's normal for most people. For most people, it takes them 6 months or more to start making money with affiliate marketing, and it takes about 2 years before they're able to predict next month's income very good. So it's pretty common that startup affiliate marketers take 2 years or more to make a full-time income, and there are anomalies who achieve it much faster than that, but I'm stating what's common for normal people who start out with a fairly small social circle. Maybe you're starting at 0 with your social media, or starting with friends and family with your social media following and trying to build a business from that. So for that circumstance, it typically will take you 2 years or more from what I've seen. And even with that, affiliate marketing is a very low cost to start business. So it can be done as a side hustle while you're working on your online job, or while you're working at a traditional job. You can work on your affiliate marketing side hustle. And it can be a way that you can start to generate an extra $100 a month, extra $200, and over time build on that. So like I said, I was able to generate $100 in my first month. And from there, my first year was a lot of experimentation. But I would say that I was able to generate more than $1,000 solely from affiliate marketing in my first year. And so an extra $1,000 can go quite a ways when you are just getting by. So if you have a job, but you have some flexibility to maybe do some work during your lunch hour, or do some work before bed, or do some work on the weekends or something like that, then you can invest that time in building an alternative income that can even wean you away from the job that you're in or something that you don't like. And affiliate marketing is a great way to wean out of a job into a very lucrative income. So there is unlimited income opportunities. The income from affiliate marketing outpaces most jobs, including lawyers, doctors, engineers, and those high-paying professions. There are a lot of affiliate marketers who are massively successful with it and started from normal everyday jobs, but who have become, income earners in the top 1%. So definitely look into affiliate marketing if you're looking for a way to change your income status. So you can learn how to start an affiliate marketing business here at howtoentrepreneur.org, or you can go to how to go from $0 to $1,000 a month with affiliate marketing. I've written both of these two articles and you can check both of them out. So number 4 is Uber and driver jobs. So my husband drove Uber and Lyft for a while, and he'd do his construction work during the day and drive for Uber and Lyft in the evenings. Sometimes it takes dedication and willingness to go the extra mile to get where you want to go, but you have to make the necessary sacrifices, and hard work pays. So in addition to Uber and Lyft, there are grocery delivery services, there's bird repair people, and there's other opportunities to be a 1099 contractor where you can make money predictably in comparison with a job and have a flexible schedule. So these are just a few opportunities like that I've seen and that have been very close to home in our family, but there's other opportunities out there that you can check out. Number 5 is user testing. Now, there's several sites that offer website owners to test websites for user experience, and a test that might take you 20 to 30 minutes might pay $10 or more. And if you calculate that, you could make possibly $30 or more per hour. The problem is that the tests are sent out to a list of people. They're snatched up pretty quickly, and depending on your demographics, you might not get the opportunities consistently. For me, I signed up to several website testing sites, and I was excited thinking this could be my consistent stream of income, and and it just wasn't. So some people say it works well for them, but that wasn't my experience. But either way, I still suggest that you can sign up and see how it works out for you. Maybe you get more tests than I did, or I do. Maybe you get to the test faster than I do. You can actually pile all of these opportunities on top of each other. You can have an online job. You can do some freelancing. You can do affiliate marketing. You can do some Uber and Lyft. You can do some user testing and see which one works best for you. Now, of course, you don't want to overwhelm yourself and make it to where you're not good at any of them, but you can try things out because you really want to get out of this situation of being in financial distress. And at this point, if you're in financial distress, it's likely you don't know what's going to work best for you. So these are just some options. Now, number 6 is teaching English online. So I interviewed as an English teacher with VIP Kid, and they want people who can be somewhat animated and patient with kids from countries like China. You'll be helping to teach the curriculum so kids can learn English. It required a bachelor's degree when I went through the process, and I was offered something like $20 per class, which would be about $20 per hour. And the class times would have been an overnight and very early morning for me. The last class that I remember would be something like 9 a.m. in my time, Central Standard, which was the biggest problem for me. So considering at the time I had a newborn without childcare, when I was considering this opportunity, I couldn't promise that she wouldn't wake up crying and interrupt my class. And that was the thing that stayed in my mind is, what if I'm teaching this VIP kid class and then my crying baby wakes up and all these people have paid to be at my class and then I have to disappear so that I can take care of the baby? So as a result, I never followed through with the VIP kid opportunity. However, it's an opportunity I always admired and wanted to try and go deeper with. But it's still a great option for those looking for online work that pays well. At this point, I am making an income I'm happy with through affiliate marketing, so I no longer look for opportunities like VIP Kid, but I would definitely recommend it for someone who is starting out with affiliate marketing, who doesn't have an income yet, who is in financial distress and looking for predictability. I would recommend it for someone in those situations. Number 7 is mystery shopping. This is something else that I tried. Now, I tried quite a few things because I was really looking for what would work best for me. And I would advise anyone in financial distress to do the same thing. Put your foot, try things, experiment and see what works best, what's most comfortable for you. In my position, I knew that getting a job might not work best for me because, like I said, I had a sick loved one, and so I had a lot of schedule conflicts, and I didn't have predictability with my time. So it was difficult for me to promise someone that I'd be available from 9 to 5 or from 8 to 4 or whatever the work schedule would be. So a lot of job options didn't work well for me. So I ended up going hardcore into 1099 contractor opportunities, and affiliate marketing, freelancing, mystery shopping, all of these things were opportunities that I experimented with because I was looking for a means to increase my income without having schedule consistency. So another thing I tried is mystery shopping. Now for mystery shopping, they want you to be undercover, so some don't mind if your kids tag along. I was able to get my eyebrows waxed for free and I found that it wasn't very lucrative though. The biggest benefit with the mystery shopping for me was getting the free services. And you can get a couple dollars here and there to pocket, but the opportunities were not consistent for me in my area. So it's not something that I would recommend you relying on like a job. It can be an extra side hustle, but some mystery shoppers say they make $100 or more over the weekend, and that might be true for their area or whichever mystery shop business they're working with. But I was working with Bestmark, and I was working in the San Antonio, Texas area, and they did not have a lot available, and still I haven't got a lot of notices about mystery shopping opportunities consistently enough that I would recommend you relying on it like a job. So that's not my experience, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen for you. So you can definitely check out Bestmark and see what mystery shopping opportunities they have in your area. And I'll leave a link in the description box where you can get to this post, and you'll be able to check out any links that I've included in this post so that you can try out any of these opportunities and see what works best for you. Now last, and this is my last option, is survey sites. And I've made this my last option because I really want you to try every possible thing else before you try surveys, because they pay horribly for the most part. So unless you're an affiliate of Swagbucks or of the different survey sites, then survey sites pay pennies. Now, as an affiliate, I could sign up to Swagbucks and all of these different survey sites and start to do videos and tell you that you can make money doing surveys. But the person who will really be making the money would be me. And you can definitely sign up as an affiliate for survey sites if you want to. But from what I've noticed, the actual people who do the surveys don't make good money. And I've read reviews and checked out survey sites before, but they pay less than minimum wage in most instances. So I wouldn't recommend surveys unless you're really not having any other option. The survey site that I've seen that does offer the best opportunity is Swagbucks, and that's the best survey site that I've seen, but they still don't replace a job or a primary income. So I still wouldn't recommend you trying to replace a job with Swagbucks or any survey site for that matter. Now, my final words answering what is the fastest way to make money online. As far as businesses, most businesses start out unpredictable. It's a learning curve. You have to learn the skills required to run the business. You might need to learn high income skills, whatever those may be. I have a list of them, but whether you're doing freelancing or whatever type of business you decide to do, it starts out a little unpredictable. So if you're in financial distress, the unpredictability of a business startup may not be the best option for you right now. That decision is 100% up to you. I've personally started 2 businesses while we were like middle class, and so we weren't like very wealthy while we were starting our businesses. And at times we had financial hardship because of business startups and the unpredictability of it. But either way, we've started 2 businesses and we pushed through it. I wouldn't recommend you doing exactly what I did, because I remember and I feel the pressure of, we felt the pressure. And sometimes we still do. We feel the pressure of having to, come up with the money to pay our bills and the money to take care of our kids. And if some emergency pops up, the pressure of having to come up with whatever additional is required to cover that emergency. So we've had to feel that pressure over time while we're running startup businesses. And the unpredictability of that can really cause anxiety for many people. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend what I did for other people, but I would say that that unpredictability made me work a lot harder. It made me take my productivity very seriously, and it is possible to go from a situation where you're just getting by to making a good income. And I've seen it done several times before. So if you're in that situation and you decide to push through it and to just work as hard as you can to get out of it, you can do it. However, if you want to let off some of the pressure, if you want more predictability, if you are really in financial distress and you need a way to make ends meet right now, then these are some of my best ideas for you. So, like I said, it might be best to consider a traditional job, or it might be best to consider any of these options that I've mentioned here. Now, my questions for you is, have you been able to build something quickly and honestly that others can duplicate? And if so, I'd like you to leave your advice down below. If you were in financial distress right now, how would you advise someone? And also, what advice would you give someone who's looking to make money online while they're in financial distress? Leave your questions and your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you do have the time, the effort, the work ethic to put towards starting a business that gives you time and location freedom, then I recommend you join me at Wealthy Affiliate. It's a great community of over 1 million people who are working to start and grow businesses with affiliate marketing. And I've personally had success with the training and program there and the tools, and I love helping other people to get the same results. So you can join me by going to howtoentrepreneur.org/wealthyaffiliate. Again, howtoentrepreneur.org/wealthyaffiliate. Also, if you haven't already, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out the free resources. Like I said, I have a entrepreneur support group as well as free courses and things that I'd love for you to stop by and check out. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this where I do product and service reviews as well as growth strategies to help you grow a business from idea to full-time income and from full-time income to enterprise, then definitely subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified of upcoming videos. That's all I have for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.